Negligent. Negligent. Alright, y'all. We ready for deployment? Oh, word. Alright, cool, guys. Let's go ahead and load up in the chopper just outside. Everybody should have a frequency on 38. Go ahead and mic check now. 375, I got it. We got you. Get my right door closed, please. Third. Alright, y'all. Be advised, Monarch 1 is cleared for rotors up at this time. You guys are like roughly 45 seconds from your target. How copy? Be advised, SATCOM link established. Ten seconds. Coming out fast. Green light, green light, green light, green light. I'll get you a box when I get out of here. All out. Monarch 1 is away. Be advised, Longbow 1-1, SATCOM link established on your location. ISR Preds in the sky. How copy? Longbow 1-1, this is command. You copy? Longbow 1-1, this is command. You copy? Be advised, Longbow, refer to your map. ISR Pred got last known position on hostile infantry patrolling center of the train station. How copy? That was a good kill. I fucking smoked his ass. Longbow 1, this is command. Go ahead and send your traffic. Copy that, Longbow. Good job. Good hunting. Copy that, Longbow. Keep them coming. Copy that, Longbow. Keep racking them up. Copy that, Timber. Be advised, alert your, alert. Command copies all, Timber. Be advised, we just got body cam footage of Team 1. They accidentally killed a civilian inside of the room they're currently standing in. Go ahead and let them know. No, continue on mission. Clear out the rest of the building that you're in and continue with your priority objectives to the north. Longbow 1 copies, all send you traffic. Copy that. We'll call it acceptable to be addressed later. We'll go ahead and proceed forward with the primary objectives north of you. Copy that, Longbow. Longbow 1, this is command, send your traffic. Copy that. ISR Fred caught the footage. We believe that it was enemy fire that delivered that, but we can't be totally certain, not being able to see inside the building. But cache marked, good job. Make sure the building's clear. Copy that, Longbow. Longbow 1, this is command, send your traffic. Copy that, cache marked. Go ahead and continue your objective. Longbow, this is command, send your traffic. Copy that. Be advised, command has authorized that location for F-18 bombing imminently. Go ahead and set your extract and get safely to a secure zone, and we'll initiate bombing of the area. Command copies all. Monarch 1 will be dispatched shortly after F-18s clear the airspace. I'll copy. Command copies all. Longbow. Be advised, F-18s are now authorized and are inbound via 30 seconds. How copy? Be advised, Monarch 1 is now cleared to enter the airspace for extraction. Inbound, 1 minute. Be advised, all savers. Monarch recognizes IR coming in for a landing. How copy? Clear for boarding. Copy that. Monarch 1 lifting. Green light, green light. Alright, let's get right for debrief. Alright. I'm gonna make sure to kind of mention elephants in the room right off the rip. One civvy was killed during CQB operations. Uh, yeah, make sure we absolutely watch our target recognition out there. I believe it was Glock that initiated the fire upon the friendly. Okay, just make sure we're doing a little bit of a better job out there, eyeing out civilians versus hostiles. I know it can be hard because they all kind of fucking look alike. And also this time I took the names off them to be a little extra challenging. You feel me? So in the future, expect challenges just like this to come your way. Alright? I'm not going to consider it like a loss, right? You guys rescued 3 out of the 4. Sometimes in warfare shit happens and civilians die, right? And sometimes it's by the hands of operators that don't really mean to, okay? So we'll keep this as a learning lesson, right? And just, remind everybody to watch their target recognition in the future, okay? Alright, cool.
If not enemy, why enemy shaped?
I mean, you know.
It was a dark ass room. He's sitting in the corner, and I see shoulders hunched, which usually means their shoulder rifle. I popped his ass, man. I didn't like. I PID'd him. I PID'd him on the center check, and I did mention it, but I think I should have been louder with it. I know there's a lot of like gunfire and shit happening. Chaotic, yes, very chaotic. Yeah, I should have been a lot more, like a lot louder with it for sure.
Okay. Alright. Well, again, I'm going to allow Glock to shoulder the responsibility of this one and just allow it to be a learning lesson for the future. Aside from that, I thought you stuck pretty tight with your team, and I couldn't hear the fucking comms going on out there because for some reason my Xbox isn't picking that shit up from the ground, but I was only sometimes. It was only sometimes that I was earplugged. Like when I would go from Game Master to the helicopter to Actors Command, I would earplug to be able to hear what you guys are saying, right, and be able to respond to command radio. But then once I was done, I would un-earplug and then go back into Game Master, right, and because I know you mentioned that being a problem before, and continue to monitor you guys from the sky, right. Mm.
I can actually help you with that. If your character hasn't been around that area, you're not gonna be able to hear shit. So you would need to like get out of the chopper, make yourself invisible, teleport over, then go to Game Master again, and you'd be able to hear us. Because most of the time we were talking in proxy.
That's not a bad idea. Shit,
That's the only way to do it.
that's not a bad idea. You know what? I think I'm gonna be doing that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be doing that. Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Alright, I noticed that there were a few KIA out there, right?
I think it was 3 or 4.
Allow me to address such KIAs. This is going to be sort of a normal thing until we're, more accustomed to deeper seated CQB like what you guys just experienced tonight, right? These buildings that you guys were ordered to clear and find hostages in are much different than the shitty little sand huts that surround them, alright? And in the future, when we go to Fallujah V2, because I fully plan to take us there, trust me. That shit's baller, dude. So like when we go there, it's literally like that all over the fucking place. You know what I mean? CQB there is deep, right? It's deep. There's a lot of dead space. There's a lot of open area. There's multiple levels that could shoot down at you, kind of like what you experienced tonight, right? I do want to ask, what was Democracy doing on the second floor when the rest of the squad was on the third?
I tried, I thought he was having like comm issues and stuff. I tried telling him multiple times, come up here and check the fucking, what's it called? I just didn't get no response. I did it about 3 times and I was like, alright, he might be glitched, do something.
Okay, are you like not able to hear Bink? Is Binks not able to like hear us? Are you able to hear your people in proximity? Like Sydney when she was trying to get you to go to the third level?
No, I did not hear Susie say that.
Okay. Maybe it was chaotic at the time.
I did say it over radio too.
Okay.
Is it over the radio? Sorry, I guess I didn't hear it.
We're in the future, right? I'm not gonna come down on this at all because this you're still pretty new, right? And quite not used to operating with us yet. So what I'm gonna say in the future is just do a little bit of more diligence to make sure you know what your team leader wants from you, right? Even if you got to check in every now and again. You feel me? Like you were holding a decent spot there, and I could see the logic behind it. But if your team leader needs you to be somewhere, you got to be right there. You feel me? All right, cool. So then that's addressed. Again, with the KIA, the KIAs are normal for this type of really tight CQB. These guys were set to a little bit of a harder difficulty. They're able to see a little bit better at night, and as soon as you entered the building, they had lighting to be able to spot you, which alters their difficulty even more. Right? Hostiles that you may have engaged outside may have seemed blind on purpose. They don't have MVGs, but if you're in their house and the lights are on, all of a sudden the game's a little different. Okay? Feel me? So, prepare for, like, deeper challenges like this in the future and, allow yourselves to kind of acclimate to this kind of newer, broader type of CQB, right? A lot of open rooms and stuff like that, maybe even tight apartment buildings like we did last night, you know what I mean, are going to be involved where it's extremely claustrophobic. One guy can only fit through at a time. It's really fucking messy sometimes, right? So we got to make sure we're on top of it, working together as a team, and all of that. But for the most part, I would say I think you guys did well under the circumstances, right? Again, you guys were taking some losses, but that's fine. And even took losses against the Spetsnaz, which, again, they're near peer. They're going to try and do everything they can and do everything in their power to try and stop you from whatever objective that you're trying to complete. Okay? Alright. Now let's talk about like the objectives completed and stuff like that and kind of the mission moving forward. We rescued against... What's up?
Also, I want to address something that I did. Squad lead told Team 1 to move upstairs and Team 2 to follow behind. And I heard gunfire upstairs. Assumed that Team 1 was having contact and I was falling behind, so I ran up there. When it was actually in case Team 1 hadn't been up there yet.
Okay. Alright. I did not physically see that part, I don't think. I think I was fucking around with some shit in some Game Master. But it's good that you acknowledge that. I'm glad you brought that forward, right? Obviously, make sure to confirm with your guys, yeah, I think a lot of this stuff can be avoided just with a little bit of clearer comms out there, right?
I did see it happen. I corrected him before he even got too far up there. He just got to the top landing. I didn't bring it up because I didn't really see a problem since he didn't really fuck up. He just misheard.
Okay. Well, it's easy.
I thought Team 1 was getting engaged and had no security. Like, the security needs to be up there
For sure.
I was right behind you. As soon as you figured that out, like you stopped, turned back, and let us take points. So that was awesome.
Yeah, so that's just one of those problems that kind of just fixes themselves, you know, like if you're out of stack, you know, it's just quickly restack. You know what I mean? Figure out where you're supposed to be and be there. You know what I mean?
I had them all spread out too, so it was also a little bit on me.
Well, it's a weird situation in the buildings, you know, like there's a lot of open space to cover, a lot of dead space to cover, you know, like it's
We had to do some quick thinking at full breaching, bro. We was like, who has smokes? We're gonna throw fucking 4 smokes in there.
Yeah. The lighting was great too, because you had like bright light, no like dark light. Like I was flipping my nods on and off, dude, having to adjust the gamma all the time. Going like at some point went to my fucking IR light, cause and I liked that shit because it was like challenging, you know, to deal with all this different type of lighting.
mhm.
So I thought it was cool.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. So aside from that, Glock, do you know how to like what do you call it? Modify your modify your NVG settings like for brightness.
Yeah, just the thing is that when we were indoors and there's no ambient light, there's nothing you can really do.
I could see perfectly fine. I just adjusted my gain all the way at the top.
Mine were all the way up. Like
Which
mine,
ones are you
mine was
using?
all the way up. It the listen. So the helmets that we all use, unless they're RHS, there's no difference between
There is.
the night vision. No, only white phosphorus and
There
green
is.
phosphorus. That's the only difference. The dual tubes and the quad nods, there's no difference. They have the same visual.
My brother, I've tested them both. I know that there is a difference.
I think
What is the difference?
you should
The quad nods give you better brightness. The dual tubes are ass.
They were the exact same for me, my friend. I don't know if you.
Because I
it'd be
can
worth
be
checking
inside a
out.
building right now and see perfectly fine with my quad nods adjusted full brightness with white falls.
Yeah, it'd be worth checking out. Maybe they did update it. Cuz I remember a time where they were the same too. But these things update all the time, so it wouldn't surprise me that they made the GPMVGs obviously superior to a dual nod because they are.
I mean, I went to light, but I went to IR light because I know if I've got the IR light, I'm not gonna blind anybody that's got nods on. So like, I would say, you know, if you want to keep your light, carry some IR. It's probably the better bet.
Surreal, were you running no fucking nods the whole time?
No, I was running nods.
Where?
I just took them off right when we got here.
Oh, fucking god. All right.
That's how.
Yeah, I would try the quad nod. It would be worth to kind of settle this. It'd be worth to kind of go through the quad nods again and just test them out. But I also see where Glock is coming from because it used to be this way in the past. So, it is a good possibility, however, with the multiple updates that we've received since 1.7, that the GPMVGs are, as they should be, more superior than that of a dual nod. So I'd check it out. Yeah.
Have any other operations tonight or no?
That's up to the unit. Allow me to conclude the debrief, right? So there was roughly 20-ish Taliban insurgents on site, mixed in with roughly 11 Spetsnaz insurgents on site that were rendered KIA during the operation, right? I know it was a little messy in there, but you guys got it done. I appreciate it. Okay, appreciate you guys' time. Bink, I don't know if you need to go or not. I know you mentioned that.
Yeah, I may, like, I was thinking I might just leave before the next op starts, because even if I am able to join at the beginning, I don't want to, like, join the squad and then have to leave midway through.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'd rather you guys just plan for me not to be here.
Yeah, no, that's why I was just asking. I was like, he already said he might have to leave, so. All right.
Before he goes, I would like to address something.
Mm.
You did great. You did great until the end. At the end, I saw you cross the doorway where the breaching team was going, and I had told security team to stay on the other side. I had to say your name multiple times before you moved. It's fine. Just you're like I said, it's
Okay.
Also, Biggs, you plan on being on more often soon? If so, if I see you on and I'm in the server and we're not doing an operation, I'll try to do some training with you or something.
And that could go for every sergeant in here, right? This includes Surreal if you happen to see him, and this includes Corporal Sydney, who's also training to be a sergeant. So if you have any questions, right, ever, and any of these guys are here, they'll prioritize your education over doing stupid shit. You feel me? Coolio, coolio. Alright, then all problems have been addressed, right? Again, nothing more than just learning experiences here. This operation was meant to be a serious test to the SOPs at hand, and it really was, right? It was also a serious test for Sleepless, who happened to have to run a 6-man fucking, 2 3-man teams at the same time, which can get a little stressful. Can also clutter a lot of comms. So I promise this isn't normally how we try to do things.